YouTube, what it do? Lil Petty coming back at you guys with another stock market episode. Alright, you guys, so I'm feeling, like making another video, so we're gonna come by and drop a video. You guys check out my YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? We got some old videos you guys might want to catch up on, options talking. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and go over and check out the overall markets. And as you guys can clearly see, the markets have been very bullish. People have been in doubt. When stocks like almost every stock, most stocks. So basically in this video, we're going to talk about, is this the bottom? Have we got the bottom in? Is the bottom in? And I'm here to tell you guys that we have set a bottom, and you guys have basically missed out. Now, at the time right now, I'm saying that is because a lot of stocks are off of their lows, and a lot of people aren't talking about this, but there's stocks that are making all-time highs right now. So obviously the pullback. So we're gonna go. Let's look at a few stocks that come straight to mind. AMD. We're gonna check out AMD right here. As you guys can see, AMD is about to go back and make its all-time high, or its yearly high at least, which is gonna be about $60. Now, the one stock that's at its all-time high right now is Amazon. Amazon just made an all-time high. Now, when Amazon was trading at 1600, everybody was scared to buy the stock. But as you can clearly see, certain businesses in this crisis that we're in, they're gonna flourish. Now, Amazon, they're hiring, they're gonna make it through this downtrend of the economy. So stocks like Amazon, Walmart just made an all-time high today. And I'm actually I own Walmart, but I don't own a lot of it. And it's like, these stocks. So there's gonna be a lot of stocks that are gonna actually go up from this pandemic that the global is experiencing. But certain stocks, like let's say CCL, they're coming up off their lows, but they're not as bullish as some of these other stocks. You know what I'm saying? So now let's go ahead and look at the overall markets, because now when the stocks were falling, if you didn't put your money to where your mouth was saying, I'm going to buy the dip, then, you're going to have to obviously wait for the next trade. Now, I got a pie handed to me in my face yesterday because I bought puts. I said, okay, my whole portfolio is bullish. I don't have no puts. I don't have nothing, so I'm gonna risk a little bit of money, and I got a pie ticket in my face. I bought some spy puts. I bought some spy calls yesterday, sold them out for a small loss, and then I bought some puts, and then I swung trade the puts, and I got a pie in my face because we gapped up this morning. So hey, it was kind of like a break even sort of situation because my portfolio went up, but I lost on the puts. But most of my calls that I'm holding, those went up. So it's kind of like I kind of just broke even. So as you can see right now, SPY, it's in this weird situation, but we finally have got this cross that has been a good indication on what move that we're going to make. And if you come out and look at the weekly chart, you can see that we're actually pretty bearish. We're not pretty bearish. We are bearish. So we're bearish still on the weekly, and we're now coming up to this. I think this is the 26 EMA. So we're coming up to the 26 EMA right now, or the 12 simple, one of the two. And this can either be a rejection, and we can see a pullback, or we either gonna, if we get above here, then we're gonna keep treading up. Now, the markets can go a lot higher than people think. When there's a lot of bears that are holding puts right now, they're still holding, and the sad thing is that I've been in this situation, and it's really easier just to make money on buying the dips and just holding on swing trades. So for instance, I have a couple swing trades. I have some swing trades, some calls that are actually starting to, they're up a few 100% now. So, long story short, what I'm going with this is, I'm not saying that this bottom is basically in. Now we can pull back, but this is gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of support, and the it's hard to kill a bull, and it's been easier to be a bull over the course of the last like 50 years. So it's kind of just playing your odds, because the people that made money on this downtrend, they got chopped up. But if you was able to hold throughout this whole down and take profits along the way, then yeah, if you swing traded that, yeah, you made a fortune. But a lot of people weren't able to do that, because in these bear markets, there's a lot of big swings. Like, look at these gaps. These are weekly. This is weekly candles. So if we go to the daily chart, you're gonna see you got whipped around. I lost money on this. I bought this bounce, and then I got smoked a few days later. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you bought the dip right. You bought the dip right here at this candle. You held it for 3 days, and then the next day it was a gap down. And then if you held through that, then yeah, you bought a gap down. Then you're trying to buy this dip. It was a 1 day dip, and then it comes back down. And these are like 10-point swings. So as you can see on the daily chart, we are going bullish. So that's something to take into consideration. Today was a bullish day, with even yesterday that we had a down day, but we're kind of coming up to, and the way this chart looks is we're actually probably going to come back up to retest this 309 level. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. From how far that we've came down from this 218 up to this 283, I could see another squeeze into somewhere of this range. This 289, this 295. You have a lot of fight and action right here. We came up, we came down, we tested this, we bounced up, we popped. So we're in this zone right now. And if you go back, so let's go look at the let's go back to the weekly chart, because I have these zones mapped out. So you can see we're at a clear level right now. And honestly, you can probably put this line up here to this 289. So we got a zone right here, this 289, that we're going to be coming and testing up. And as you guys can see, this is what we're looking at. And the technicals are really what speaks volume. And honestly, if you kind of go back and look at the RSIs from the last 5 years, whenever we got down in these levels, these were good times to buy. So we came down here. This is the 2018 crash. I made money on this, and I lost money on the way up. And this time it's been a lot more rapid, and it was like, okay, I remember this. So it's just experience. So is the bottom end? I honestly, how my strategy has been working, yeah, I put my money to where my mouth is, and I've been all action on calls for the last month. This whole downtrend, like I said in my last video, I said I wasn't buying no puts because I had already missed the big move. So I'm going to wait for the bounce. And now we're playing the bounce, and I've taken profit along the way. Now, I want to look at a few stocks, because there's this one stock, JNUG. I ended up selling. I bought this on the dip. This is an ugly chart, but you got to zoom out. So I bought this on the dip around 3, and I ended up selling some at like 5, 6, and 7. And now that it's popped back up, I've been a little bit interested in getting back into it, but I'm just kind of waiting for maybe another consolidation and pullback. But yeah, JNUG shows. I like looking. If you look at the 30-day, 1 hour, you can kind of get a zone of where. We gotta zoom out a little bit more, right here. So it still can get up to this $12 range. And a lot of people don't know that JNUG is the ETF that follows GDX. And the reason I did sell JNUG was because there's a situation where they're gonna be like a 2 times leverage. So I was kind of like iffy on holding it. So that was like another reason. But that chart follows this, which is the gold miners. And this is back at all-time highs, and JNUG is nowhere near where it was. So it's still kind of sketch. You would think it would probably be at like 13, 20, you know, but it's kind of just doing its own thing. So I'm kind of just not really worried about that. Tesla, we definitely missed this one. I've never been a good successful trader on Tesla. Tesla's always been a hard trade, but if you kind of just take a step back and look at the longer time frames, it is a more simpler. It's really not that hard of a trade, but I just don't follow it that much right now. But I have my zones mapped out and just missed it, so not really worried about that. You're not really gonna make every trade. A lot of stocks that went up today. Everything really was up today. Apple 5%. Let's go to the daily chart. Some stocks that I'm holding in my long-term portfolio. Abby Vibe, that's back I think above $80. I have some $85 calls that expire in like I think it's like 35 days. So we're kind of banking on a few of these plays. Let me pull it up. Ab Vibe. So yeah, Abby Vibe, and we just got the cross. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this as a potential that we can obviously come, and that's why I bought the calls. I'm buying the calls because I'm thinking that we can easily get back into this $85, $90 range, and that would produce a nice return. So Microsoft is going up. Everything, basically everything is going up right now. If you miss the dip, all I can really say is try to be patient, but this could be another squeeze, and don't be surprised if a lot more of these stocks are at all-time highs, because like I said in the beginning of the video, you got Walmart at all-time highs today. You got Amazon at all-time highs. You got stocks like Johnson & Johnson that have bounced. They're almost at all-time highs. You have stocks like Home Depot. I missed this dip, but it's like, when we were coming down in this range, it was scary to buy stocks because you're looking, we're dropping so fast. You start mapping out these zones, and it's like, okay, if we get down here, I'm for sure buying. But when you're up here, you're like, I might buy like 1 or 2 shares. But now, as you can see, that it's a bounce, so you kind of got to zoom out to these weekly charts. But I'm gonna keep this one short. This video is already 12 minutes. Check out my YouTube page. We're still in the game, everybody. I hope you guys just take it slow. There's gonna be opportunities all the time. The stock market's going nowhere. Volatility is up. Let's check out the VIX right before we leave. And this is a good indication right here. Boom, the VIX. I'm short the VIX, but my puts are from 30s and 25s, and they expire in like 60 days. So I'm still betting on the VIX, but volatility is coming down. So there's going to be opportunity. Earnings season is around the week. Get your bag up, save your money, get in the game. Let's make some money. I'm out.